Today, this is historical moment for all of us. In 10 minutes, 10 thoughts. Professor Jayashree Mohanraj. She is professor in English and Foreign Language University, Hyderabad. She is my mentor, my guide, and above all formal words. She, वो मेरी माँ है, ये मेरी माँ है, and whatever I am from last 16 years, I am growing under her kind guidance as a teacher, as a leader. So today she will talk about communication skills and life skills. And please, ma'am, bless us.
Thank you, Raju. Thank you for the good words. Friends, today I'm going to talk to you on communication skills and life skills, how both communication skills and life skills are related to one another. Now, Indian youth is very intelligent and hardworking, but in spite of the intelligence and hard work, they're not able to achieve a lot in life. That's because they lack what you call communication skills. And also the other skills which are related to communication skills. Now, what is communication skills? I can think of 4 situations or 4 contexts in which communication takes place. The first context is one-to-one communication. Now, what is one-to-one communication? When does it happen? It happens when you are conversing with people, conversation. Now, that's what is the situation where one-to-one communication happens. Second, one-to-many communication. Now, this happens when you are making presentation and many are listening to you or watching you, just like today's situation. When Rajiv was making a presentation, you listen to him. When I'm making a presentation, you are listening to me. I do not know how many are listening to me or watching me. Now, the third situation is many to one. Now, this situation is when you take an interview. When you go for an interview, on the other side of the table, you see many faces looking at you and asking you questions, and you have to answer the questions. The fourth context is many to many. Now, this context is of group discussion. In a group discussion, many people are talking to one another, and there is a response, there is a retort, there is a comment. So many things happen in many to many situation. Now, when you are communicating with one another, now what is it that you have to in all these contexts, in all these various contexts, you are communicating. What is necessary for you to communicate with somebody else? Now, that is confidence. Now, where does that confidence come from? Now, that comes from yourself. Now, this leads us to life skills. Now, today I will just list out what are the different life skills. 1, self-esteem. Self-esteem is having confidence in oneself, having faith in oneself. Second, management of emotions. Now, you hear a term called anger management. No, that is a very common term people use, anger management. Now, this is one management of emotions. Now, once you manage your emotions, you can have self-control. You can control yourself, and you will not react, but you will respond. Now, the difference between reaction and response is response involves reflection. Now, reaction is immediate. Now, the third one is goal setting and taking on challenges. The fourth life skill is stress management. Fifth, stress management is very important. I will come back to that later. Now, time management. Now, both stress management and time management are very important for our youth. The next one is interpersonal communication skills. Now, when you are dealing with people, whether you are a student or in the work front, now you have to deal with many people. Now, this needs a lot of skills on your part. Then the next one I'm mentioning is disaster management. Now, in this context, when we are facing a disaster called COVID-19,
Yes.
you know the importance of disaster management. You have COVID-19, and then you have cyclone, and then you have locusts. So many disasters confronting us, and you have to manage all this. The next one is development of critical and creative thinking. That is a life skill. Problem solving skills and decision making skill. This is another important skill one has to develop. Developing assertiveness, that is the next skill one has to deal with. Team spirit and leadership is another skill. Now, I have mentioned so many skills. Don't get worried. How do we get all these skills? It is
Yes,
not
ma'am.
at all difficult. Once you observe people, once you keep your eyes and ears open, you can, and once you draw from other people's experiences, you will learn all these skills. It is not at all difficult. In our tradition, in our culture, we have instances of umpteen lessons from which we can learn a lot, and we can apply it to our own life. And we don't need to go into any fat books, any books written by other people from other cultures. Our own culture, our own Indian culture, our own tradition, our own epics like Rama and Mahabharata, our own legendary figures and historical figures like Vivekananda and Swami Vivekananda and Shankaracharya and all these different Mahatma Gandhi, from their lives we can learn a lot, and we can draw examples from them and apply them to our lives. I can talk about all these in detail, maybe in coming session.
Ma'am, I have one question. How we are going to integrate communication skill into life skill, or life skill into communication skill?
Well, thank you for this wonderful question, Rajiv. Actually, none of these skills, whether communication skills or life skills, is in a watertight compartment. Everyone merges into the other. For example, self-esteem and positive thinking, they are related to one another. Now, once you have positive thinking, you can you can manage your stress. Now, today, this is very important skill, stress management. The youth is so much stressed out, so many pressures on them that they are not able to cope with life. And you hear so many disastrous, ending of their lives in everyday newspapers. You see. So if you cultivate a positive attitude towards life, you can that can lead you to disaster management and stress management, time management. And once you manage your time, um, you can manage your stress.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to set your priorities again. Once you manage your time and you set your priorities of the things that you are doing, you can manage other things. Now, you can manage your stress, you can manage your the priorities, goal setting. Once you make your priorities, then your goals, what are your priority goals, and what are your uh, less important goal, you can decide, and you can manage that. Once you manage, your stress level will come down. So everything is connected here. Now, once you have this, as I said, once you have self-esteem, you develop confidence. And once you develop confidence, you can communicate with people with confidence. And then you can assert yourself. Now, I said developing assertiveness is another life skill.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in a situation of one to many, where you're making presentation, when you're facing an audience, your assertiveness comes in very handy. You will be able to make your presentation better. So this is how there is a wonderful link between life skills and communication skills, and between one's life skill and the other life skill.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And
Welcome.
I firmly believe that your this discourse will help millions of Indian youth. We are